check it out, and we can go from there. So, all right, I'm just going to get started because it is past 7, and we'll just see who else can join us. So hopefully you can see the screen. This is their orientation that they suggest that we use, but we'll kind of put our own spin into it too. So it's going to cover the schedule, which I emailed everybody today, so you can look at that. The workshop and committees that you'll be part of, the conference center, what it's like, and then forms that you should have filled out, which I think everybody's pretty much caught up on. So I'm just going to start out. I know Jeff is on here. If he could just maybe take about 5 minutes or less, maybe like a minute, and just introduce himself. He's driving, so we'll see how this works out, and tell you a little bit about himself and what he likes about DC, that kind of thing. So take it away.
And can I just interject one thing?
Sure.
real quick? Taryn, can you text Joni and give her the number to call to get in here?
Yes, I can.
Cool.
Alrighty.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
Hi. Like Sarah said, I've been there. I think this is my 4th time in a row. With a couple different states.
You have terrible service.
With the high school group, you'll get can you hear me? Come back to me because I'm almost back to Laramie and then I'll have service.
Okay, we'll come back to you. So Marissa is the other chaperone, and she just got on. So Marissa, hopefully you can figure out how this works. And if you just want to maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're excited. I know this is your first time to go on this trip. Hopefully her phone, I saw her pop up, but hopefully she can get her phone to work. If not, we'll do that part at the end. All right, we'll do that part at the end. We'll let them introduce themselves at the end. I just want you to know what they look like, because for those of you coming from Jackson, so basically everybody but Taylor, you're going to meet them at the airport at your gate, so then you can know who you're looking for. And Taylor, we'll discuss what to do, but you either meet them at the gate or you meet them when you get to the airport, so we can figure out. But I wanted you to know what they look like, and then you can know a little bit about them. So just to let you know, oh, did you figure it out?
Yeah, I'm on. What'd you say?
Did you text me the picture? Because I'm calling you like a regular phone call.
Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah, how am I supposed to see him though?
Oh, you'll have to watch the recording, but you would have to log in as a Zoom chat on your phone, so you probably won't be able to see them. So when you can watch the recording, or I can send pictures of both of them to you so you know what they look like too. So, but okay. So I'm going to go through the schedule a little bit just to kind of let you know what it looks like. So on Sunday, well, actually, you guys all get there on Saturday, and I think you get there pretty late in the afternoon. Mostly just hang out at the 4-H Center, which we'll discuss later, kind of see what it looks like, that kind of thing. And then on Sunday, as a group, you can decide what you want to do. I know in the past they've gone to the zoo during the day on Sunday, or you could go down to the mall. You can kind of just discuss what kind of things you want to do as a group, and you can even split up if you want to. I know in the past Jeff has taken a group one way and Marissa could take a group. They can decide. You guys can decide as a group what you want to do. And then Sunday in the afternoon is when it starts. So you'll have an opening ceremony. You'll get to meet other kids from other states, and then you'll get to meet your program assistant, which is the person who sticks with you and does your tour guide stuff and is with you the entire time. Just to kind of give you a heads up, you will need to cover all your own meals on Saturday and Sunday, so just plan accordingly for food. We may order pizza. Actually, you have breakfast on Sundays paid for, and we may order pizza on Saturday, but for sure you'll need to cover at least 2 meals on your way out, and then lunch on Sunday, so just remember that. There's a pin trade that night. We will give you all 25 Wyoming pins that you can trade. They'll be pretty popular because there's only 10 kids from Wyoming going, so people tend to seek you out because they want to find Wyoming. It's not a really popular state because we don't have a lot of people that live here. If you want to bring stuff from your own, from Jackson, or if you want to bring stuff from Buffalo, you can bring your own things, your own trinkets, or maybe a place will donate pens or whatever. But we will provide everybody with 25 pins to trade with other people. And then Monday, you have some workshops. So this one's called the Joint Congressional Issues Workshop. So you're going to draft a bill and talk about how a bill becomes law. And then one of my favorite parts of the entire trip is the night view that happens at night. So you're going to go and see a whole bunch of cool things in Washington, D.C. at night. You're going to walk a ton, so be sure to bring really good walking shoes with you. On Tuesday, you'll have you'll go visit other things. They're not all in here. I think you go to the cathedral and a couple other places. But in the afternoon, one of the committees that you get to pick a committee you're on will run a derby, which is kind of like a big water fight and relay race. So you're going to want to make sure that you bring shoes like flip-flops or something, or it says closed-toed shoes, so just kidding. Some nasty tennis shoes or something that can get wet and dirty and gross. My guess is that chaperones have the alternate can participate, and my understanding is Jeff probably got really gross and dirty last year because he's pretty competitive and wants to win. So Tuesday is where you're going to plan an action where you're going to talk about something you can bring back to your state. The good news is most of you are all from the same county, so you can maybe even help to hone in on making it something special that you could bring back to your own county to plan to move forward. On Wednesday, you're going to go to Capitol Hill. You have an 8:30 appointment with Senator Brasso, and then you have, that may change. No, you have 8:30 with Liz Cheney. We just confirmed that this morning. You're going to take a Capitol tour at 10. They're going to give you gallery passes so you can go in the House and Senate gallery to look around. And then at 2 o'clock, you'll meet with Enzi and Brasso. And then you'll have other time there to go to the Botanical Gardens, the Supreme Court, the Library of Congress, and then you'll eat supper at Union Station, which is a big kind of mall area where the trains stop. And then another one of my favorite parts Wednesday evening is you'll go to a thing called Twilight Tattoo, which is Army that is stationed at Arlington Cemetery does a historical tour of the Army, and they play music. It's really cool, and not a lot of people know about it. So it's kind of cool you're going with this group because otherwise it's not something you really get to go to. But it's one of the highlights, I think, of the trip. Thursday, you'll do your own congressional session based on the workshops that you've done throughout the week. And then Friday, there's a talent show. So if any of you have a talent and you want to bring a musical instrument, they have a piano, or you want to sing, bring your own music with you, those kind of things. So if you want to enter the talent show, everybody can audition for that. Or maybe all the Jackson kids can get together and put together some really cool skit or something, but you're more than willing to apply to that. And then at that night on Friday, there's a dance. So just kind of to go back, they didn't mention this, but Thursday is your States Night Out evening. And so you may have seen somewhere that you have to, or at least someone may have told you to dress up or whatever. We're actually going to the baseball game that night. So don't dress up because that would be super awkward to be wearing a dress to a baseball game. So you're going to go to the Capitol. I think it's the Capitals game. Is that who's plays there? Then you also have a $20 voucher to buy food while you're there. So your ticket includes that. So everything will be covered that night for your state night out. So basically in your workshops, you're going to explore different issues. You'll go in workshops not together. Everybody kind of divides up in different workshops. So you get to meet kids from other states that are there. And then you'll all get to be part of a committee. So here's the committees that you can be part of. So kind of think of the one that you want to do. The Healthy Living one plans the derby or the relay race thing. The communication one does newsletters and end slideshow. The government one plans the different workshops and sessions that you're part of. The talent one organizes the talent show. The responsibility one helps create those action plans that we talked about. And the open-mindedness discusses issues and does some things in the morning to help facilitate respect. So you'll each get to pick the committees. You won't you only get, like, Wyoming won't get so many slots per committee, but kind of think about the things that you might want to do. So what do they expect from you? They expect that you fully participate. So it's only a great experience if you make it that. So we hope you all get involved. From what I've seen talking to you and emailing with all of you, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. Same thing with respect. I'm really not concerned. It seems like a really good group who's been on the ball to get things done. And I know a lot of you have questions about the dress code. So I'm going to kind of go through what that looks like. So the schedule that I emailed you, there's going to be different keywords next to each of the things that happen. So for casual days, you just wear normal clothes, jeans, tennis shoes, t-shirts. I'm going to warn you, we're from Wyoming and it is not the same climate, which you probably know. It is extremely humid there. So you may want to try to get some longer shorts. As guys, that's easy to find. Girls, maybe not quite as easy to find. But you can wear casual clothes most of the time. Very casual is going to be that day when you're at the derby where you're going to want to wear athletic shorts and nasty shoes so that you can get gross and dirty. Some days you'll have business casual. Most of the time you're not in this too often. So what you could do too is you could always bring like 1 or 2 pairs of khakis or khaki skirts or dress pants and you could just change your shirt, because honestly, you're in it for like about 4 hours in the morning and then you're changed to something else in the afternoon. So don't like go and have to buy a whole new wardrobe, but you can kind of see what they're wearing here as far as what business casual looks like. We don't have a dressy option, so you can just cross that out, not happening. And then one day, Wednesday, you're going to have to wear this beautiful green polo that they provide for you. I think we have 3 of them sitting in our closet, and a pair of khaki something. So I think last year, and Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, for Wyoming, we got to wear khaki shorts because it's so freaking hot there. So feel free to bring khaki shorts, because it says pants most of the time, but if it's that hot, we don't want anybody to die. We'd much rather have you be comfortable. Girls, you could wear shorts as long as they're like knee length, so those are harder to find, so you may want to try a skirt, so you could do that too. So khaki pants, skirt, or khaki long shorts. If you see, there's a couple of notes there. If you're one of the days for business casual, you will go to the cathedral. So if you're going to wear like a summer dress, you'll need some type of thing to cover your shoulders if it has spaghetti, or tank top straps, because you can't wear show shoulders in the National Cathedral. So flip-flops are not considered shoes, so you should not be wearing those at any point in time. They're not dress shoes. So please make sure you have sandals or some type of closed-toed shoes. Once again, lots of walking, so just be forewarned that that's going to happen. On casual days, you could probably wear flip-flops, and you could probably change them back and forth if you're walking a lot and you're more comfortable in those for when you go to Capitol Hill. But remember, Jeff and Marissa are not your parents. So they're not going to carry a backpack around with all your stuff in it. You're going to be responsible for your own things. They don't want to have to take care of you. So if you want a water bottle, anything, I'm pretty sure that they are not going to carry those around for you. Are there any questions about dress code? Because I know someone had emailed me about that already. So just wanted to make sure we covered that. Anyone?
Sarah, do us chaperones have to wear that green polo as well?
You do. Yeah.
Do you have one for me to wear?
Yeah, you'll get them when you get there. They give them to you there. So everybody wears the same one. So the entire delegation of all, like 200 of you, are all wearing the same green polo that day. So everybody will get it when you get there. That's why I said perfect. 2 or 3. Jeff gets one every year. So they don't fit the greatest, so be forewarned. They're not the most comfortable material. I'm just warning you, they're not as awesome as you think they look. So just be forewarned that you're going to wear those all day. At night on Capitol Hill Day, when you wear those, you'll go to the Twilight Tattoo. If you want to bring additional clothes with you, you're more than welcome to. But again, remember, you have to carry those with you. So that's up to you whether you want to do that or not. Any other dress code questions? If you want to know specifically every day what you're wearing, look at the schedule I emailed you and it'll tell you what that day looks like. Okay.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, what?
Capitol Hill Day, I would say make sure it's pants, not shorts that day.
Okay, so just kidding. Make sure you wear khaki pants that day. So try to find a pair.
Like going into the Capitol. Now, the other days, it's not as big a deal, but in the Capitol, I would say wear pants.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. I wasn't sure how that worked out. So, all right. So you should have all filled out the media release form. I may be missing one from Taryn. So I think I got it, though. Do you remember?
Oh, wait, what was that?
Did you help fill out the media release and the code of conduct form?
I believe I did, but
okay.
If it needs to be redone again, I can.
Watch your email. I'll check tomorrow to make sure I have everything. So just check your email. So I will, but I think I got it from everybody else. And then make sure your health form is up to date on 4-H Online. So.
Okay.
So just to let you know where you're staying, because I know that's also kind of interesting. So you'll all get your own bed. All the conference center rooms have bunk beds, except for the chaperones rooms usually have 2 double beds. So you probably may have to share it with another chaperone, but you do get your own bed, and every single room has its own bathroom. The bathrooms come with soap, but remember there's 4 of you, so you may want to bring like your own shampoo and that kind of stuff, or you can plan ahead. I think all the girls who have a Jackson address are in the same room, and all the girls who don't have a Jackson address are in the same room, just to kind of let you know if you want to plan ahead for where you're staying with who. So if you have a Alta address or a Buffalo address, I think you're in a room together. Then the girls that have a Jackson address are in a room together, but they're all close to each other. There's a TV in every room. Hopefully you won't want to watch it because you'll be having so much fun. But that kind of just gives you a heads up that that's what your room is going to look like. It's going to have bunk beds, so you don't have to worry about like sleeping next to somebody you've never met. There's a game room, so you can play games. It has pool tables, it has foosball, it has computers with internet access, has a big TV and some other like games. And then you'll mostly eat in the Clover Cafe. It's a buffet style, and the food actually isn't too bad. There's always a really good salad bar. There's always a really good ice cream dessert bar. And for breakfast, there's always a cereal bar. So if you can't find an entree that you like, there's going to be plenty of food. You can go back as many times as you want. So for the most part, the food, for those of you who have allergies or are picky, it shouldn't be an issue. And so that's the end of their little spiel. But I'm going to go and pull up the schedule. Hopefully I can find that for you. And that way you'll know kind of what I was talking about. So can everybody see the schedule, or do I need to pick a new one? I need to pick a new one. So
we can't see that one.
Okay. So I'm going to pick the new schedule. Here it is. So this is the schedule that I sent you, but you can see right there, it says what the dress code is and where things are happening. I just want to go over. So once again, I told you you'll need to pay for your own lunch on Sunday, and you'll need to probably pay for, just so you know how much extra cash to bring. Let's see. Those are all provided. On Capitol Hill Day, you will have to buy your own lunch. I always suggest one of the cafeterias in the, I think it's Senate buildings, is really actually pretty inexpensive and really good food. And then dinner, you'll go to Union Station to go there for your evening meal. So Olivia's outside my window. So if anybody knows Olivia, she's standing out there knocking my window. So Union Station will give you a voucher where you can eat there. Then you go to the Twilight Tattoo. So you do have one meal there Wednesday that you're on your own. And it looks like Thursday, that's when you're going to go to the baseball game, and we'll pay for your meal that night. And then Friday, you're going to ride the bus with the delegation from Wisconsin down to the Capitol Mall. They'll drop you off. Jeff and Marissa will say, here's these buildings. We will meet you back here in 5 hours or whatever. So you will be on your own for lunch that day also. And Jeff and Marissa can give you some ideas of good places to eat that are inexpensive or that have a wide variety of places. You could also walk to Hard Rock if you're interested. It's within walking distance. But some of the different places have decent food courts where there's lots of options. And then Saturday, you're coming home, so you'll have breakfast and then lunch and dinner. If you have to eat those, will be on your own too. So just kind of to give you a heads up about money. You'll have time to souvenir shop. There's a souvenir shop in the 4-H Center, plus there'll be places you can go and stop when you're out and about too. So, but once again, I emailed this to you so you can see where it tells you when you have to dress up. But like I was saying, if you look at Thursday here, you can be casual in the morning, then you got to put business casual on, then you can be casual. So, I mean, really, honestly, you're not wearing your business casual clothes that much. You're really just kind of going back and forth. So don't stress over buying a new wardrobe. You can kind of just mix and match what you bring.
So it'd be a good idea to just bring a backpack that you can throw some clothes in the bottom, then have a water bottle and stuff on top.
Yes, so that in case you're out and about and you want to, well, most of these things where you're changing here are actually all at the 4-H Center, so you won't have to change while you're out and about, unless you really want to. But I would definitely say a water bottle would be a good option just to have with you. They don't provide those, so if you don't want to spend money on water while you're out, I would suggest bringing a water bottle with you. And you can bring a camera. I'm pretty sure Jeff will have a really good camera with him, so that if you want him to take pictures, then we can just put it all up on OneDrive or Google Drive and share it with everybody. That's totally an option too. So if you don't have a good camera, we can take care of that for you and help you out with that, because I'm pretty sure he'll bring it with him, and he'll also probably loan it out to whoever wants to take pictures during the day, because that's what he tends to do. So if you have some things you want to take pictures of that you get a snapshot of, we can just upload them to a Google Doc, and if other people have cameras, they can upload that to a Google Doc too, so you don't have to worry about that. Unless you want to get your 4-H photos done for the fair. So go ahead, Taryn.
Okay, is there a cell phone policy?
I would just say be super respectful. Like during assemblies and workshops, I would prefer, and I'm guessing Jeff and Marissa agree with me, that you don't have your cell phone on and that you're not on it. During free time, during meal times, when you're on the bus and you're not listening to someone talk to you, it's appropriate. If you have your cell phone on to take pictures, I think that's fine, but let's watch the chatting and that kind of thing. I would also let your parents know, like, literally you are busy from the time you get up to the time you go to bed. So if they don't hear from you, and also there's a 2-hour time change, like, tell them not to freak out. Everything will be okay. You'll have plenty of time to call them in the evenings or during meals, but I just think it's this whole respect thing. So there's no policy, but, you know, be adults and use your own good judgment on that one.
Mhm.
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
On the cell phone thing, like you said, don't have it out during the assemblies, but they do the like Instagram or Twitter photo contest. So they do encourage kids to take photos with their phones and put them on the National 4-H Center Twitter or Instagram page. And they do like that contest for at the end of the week.
Yeah. So there you go. Good question. All right. Think of your other questions, and while you're waiting, I'm going to have Marissa introduce herself and Jeff introduce himself because we can hear them both now. So go ahead, Marissa. We'll let you start.
Okay, so hi, I'm Marissa. I'm a student at the University of Wyoming, and I'm really excited to come with you guys. I'm going to be an elementary and educator, so I'm an elementary ed major, and I know Jeff because I substitute teach at the school that he works with my mom, and so I know him, but I'm getting very excited to meet all of you guys. I don't know what else to say about myself.
And Marissa was a 4-H'er, so she has some experience. She knows the pledge.
I was.
Good to go.
Yes, that's true too.
As long as you know the pledges.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have to say it a few times, so it's good that you know it. So
Yes.
Jeff just learned it. He wasn't a 4-H'er, so we'll have to school him on the 4-H pledge. All right, Jeff, your turn.
I do actually know the pledge because I've went enough times now. And I'm married to a 4-H'er. Like Marissa said, I work at an elementary school here in Laramie. Her mom's my co-teacher. This is my 4th time going to CWF or LWF. I'm a history minor. Was my goal was to teach middle school history. So I absolutely love going to DC because of just the history that's there. And you can go 5-6 times and still not see everything. I would say, like, on the day we go down to the mall, figure out what you're really interested in seeing and going to that Smithsonian and spending your time there. If you try to get yourself through all of them, you won't remember half of it and you'll be exhausted. So I would pick what you're really interested in and then go focus on that.
And you should have time throughout the week to find out what that means, like what's at the mall. It's like the American History Museum, Natural History, Air and Space, those kind of things. So you'll get some time to plan that before it happens too. And you may have some time either on Sunday to go down to the mall, or you can go to the zoo, like I said. And I'll try to work on getting you options to get passes to go to the Holocaust Museum too, if that's an option that you want to take. I can usually order those ahead of time, so I'll see what we can do for that day too.
And those days walking around would be casual dress?
Yeah, totally casual. Yes.
Right.
For sure. That would be Friday. It's kind of started right there. It's an all-day casual day. So, see, casual everything. And the dance, just to warn you, the room is sweaty and gross, so you'll want to wear shorts and a t-shirt because I used to work there, and the smell of that room will never ever leave your brain because it's 150 sweaty teenagers in a small room. It's awesome. So
that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Wear deodorant, lots of it that night, right? Taryn, did you have another question? I saw your little thing light up.
It smells just like
I was just laughing.
Okay, good. It smells like what, Jeff? Your feet? Okay, sorry.
a high school locker room.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So, same thing.
Yeah, it's gross. But you will have tons of fun. I think it's probably one of the best experiences about this, too, is that, literally, they pick you up and drop you off wherever you tend to go. And so it's not a lot of planning. They take you where you need to go. We're working on trying to get a White House tour. Senator Barrasso has asked for us, but we won't know until that week. That day will probably be business casual. You won't be able to wear, like jeans or anything, so you'll kind of want to be prepared for that if it does happen. So just have an outfit that something you can wear that's business casual into the White House. But once again, we will know that like literally last minute. We're not going to get Washington Monument tickets because it's closed, so that won't happen. But I'm pretty sure that if you do get a White House tour, you will get to experience the DC subway. So also probably have some cash on you because you may need to buy subway tickets to get down there too. So if you like to walk, I'm pretty sure Jeff would take you to DC Cupcakes, which is about a mile walk from the 4-H Center. So if you want to go eat some cupcakes, they're amazing. Yeah, see, he wants to go there already. I know he does. So if you want to go, I'm pretty sure there'll be an opportunity to walk to DC Cupcakes while you're at the 4-H Center. So lots of things that you can do.
They'll need money for the Metro on Sunday because we won't have a bus. If we decide to go to the zoo or wherever, we usually walk over to the Bethesda Metro and then Metro down.
So yeah, just bring, I think you might even be able to use credit cards now. You couldn't when I used to live there because that was before that was cool. But you could definitely I would bring maybe like $10 in cash, maybe even some singles and a $5, just so that way you can plug the money into the Metro card reader. So. All right, does anybody else have any other questions, things you haven't covered? You have my email. You're more than welcome. I'm going to email Marissa and Jeff's cell phone numbers tomorrow. And then if you want to do a reply all to let them know what your cell phone number is, they can put it in their phones and you guys can communicate that way. But that way, especially Casey, you'll want their numbers because Casey's coming in on Sunday. So you'll have to communicate with him as to where you are that day and try to connect with him. He has a rodeo that he can't make it on Saturday, so he's coming in a little bit later. And I will call you, Taylor, and talk to you about the Denver and figuring out where to meet Jeff and Marissa when you get there. So we'll have a discussion about that too. All right, awesome. Well, I'm going to send this out again. So if you need to watch anything, re-record anything, you have the packing list. You have the little thing here. Remember, you don't have to have a dressy outfit because we're not dressing up. We're going to a baseball game. We should be good to go. So, all right. Anything else? Sure there's nothing in the chat room, which I think was empty. Okay. All right, awesome. I hope you all have a great time and feel free once again to ask any questions. Let us know what you need to make your trip an awesome experience. Oh, one more thing. You have to pay for your own luggage there and back, which is a $25 fee, and they don't accept cash or checks. So you'll need some type of credit or debit card, or you'll need cash to give. I guess Jeff and Marissa could pay for it on the way back or for Taylor on the way there. If you don't have your own credit card, they could pay for it and you could give them cash. But you will have to pay for your bag if you choose to check a bag each way. That isn't part of your coverage of your flight and that kind of thing. I forgot about that. And you should all have your flight information, but I'll try to resend that out to everybody too to let you make sure you know what's going on with your flight. Any other questions? All right, awesome. Let me know if you need anything ahead of time. Let Jeff and Marissa know if you need anything ahead of time, and we will. They will see you all on the 16th, and if you need me, you can always call. I'll send you my cell phone number too, so you have it.
All right.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stop this.
Thank you.